you know, in an unfortunate instance that there may be some fraudulent activity going on throughout the parish, because we all know with devastation such as hurricanes and things like that, that possibility always exists.
Sure.
How can our residents feel safe and secure in knowing that they are speaking to a legitimate FEMA representative?
So some people probably already have experienced this, where a lot of people are coming around to their house and they want to look at things. That could be a FEMA housing inspector. It could be an insurance adjuster. It could be a loss verifier from SBA. There's tons of people running around, and it does get confusing. What I'll say about FEMA is that anybody who works for FEMA directly or is contracted by us will have an identification that associates them with FEMA. So someone should ask, if I walked up to your house, you should ask me, may I see your ID?
Right. And also, too, if the resident asks that individual, could they take a picture of them with their FEMA identification? If the FEMA representative would be hesitant to do that, then they should maybe be a little concerned.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea, actually, to take a picture of the person with the ID that they're showing. Mm-hmm. We are not going to ask for money, especially the housing inspectors. There's no charge for those inspections. So they should not be asking anybody for money. We're not going to ask for your bank account information. Now, this is for somebody who's on the ground. When you call in to register, we are going to ask that, because we want to be able to deposit the funds directly in your account, which is the fastest way. So do that as opposed to mailing. But we're not going to ask really personal questions. If anybody feels uncomfortable with someone who's coming to the door claiming to be with FEMA, call your local law enforcement. Don't give them deeply personal information without checking further, and let the law enforcement officers come out and deal with it. One other thing I'll say is that sometimes we put teams on the ground called disaster survivor assistance teams, and they generally have an iPad. They're going to walk around and knock on your door and say, hey, have you registered for FEMA yet? If not, they can register you right there. Mm-hmm. So there might be people who are going, quote unquote, door to door. They'll usually be in at least teams of 2, and their whole purpose is to either register you, or they can also look up your case if you've already registered and find out what status it's in. So again, the key is ask for identification that says FEMA or associates them with FEMA. We're not going to ask you for money. We're not going to charge you money. If you're fearful or you're not sure, take a picture of the person and call your local law enforcement.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.